Hey everyone, welcome back with Bean O'Mac. Today is another of my personal ranking lists, and I figured this month I would finally rank all the AKI titles. Like and subscribe for another year of AKI Sunday, and share your rankings of the AKI N64 games down below. Let's do it. While I'm mostly sticking to the N64 titles for this video, I am going to toss in WCW vs. the World and Virtual Pro Wrestling as honorable mentions. The first title was made exclusively for the PS1 when AKI was still referred to as the Man Breeze. It has similar aesthetics as World Tour and some of the same animations, but the gameplay is much different. It's a bit sluggish and definitely feels like a first draft, but there is a charm to these games. Once you get used to the difference in gameplay, there is some solid fun to be had in the various modes and deserves credit for being the prototypes so the N64 series could thrive. To start off the official list, we have WCW vs. NWO World Tour. I'm sure this isn't much of a surprise for fans since this is the first AKI game to hit the scene. It set the standard for the series. I personally love the bright colors and cartoony atmosphere. This game would have been much higher on the list about a year ago since I had so much fun with this title growing up, but it has dropped down considerably since I started this channel. Lots of charm and respect, but I feel the series just got better with later releases. Number 5, will shock you. Number 5 for this list is the beloved Virtual Pro Wrestling 2. Often considered the best by hardcore fans, this entry being so low on the list might actually piss off some longtime fans. But before you click off, let me share my reasons. VPW2 has pretty much every move in the series, the second largest roster, and the exclusive shoot fighting style rules match. All great features for sure. For me in this instance though, there's not enough sizzle with my steak. I love the theatrics of pro wrestling with larger than life characters and was never a Japanese wrestling fan, so most of these guys I have no connection to. Also, there aren't any big entrances with a variety of themes, fireworks, and posing on stage, even though I do like the ring announcer intros. It's one of the best pure wrestling simulators, but I struggle to wrap myself in its world, and created wrestlers just don't do it for me personally either, since they look like they just don't belong. Okay, number 4 may convince viewers that I'm trolling, but my picks, I assure you, are genuine.
What? You son of a bitch! You no good damn
WCW NWO Revenge is a great game and the ultimate WCW experience. It has a host of amazing talent with unique movesets, fighting styles, arenas, and some cool fictional wrestlers based off of Japanese wrestlers at the time. The high score system is my favorite feature that didn't return in the series. I spent hours in the titles with the likes of the British Bulldog, Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Ultimo Dragon, Jericho, and more, simply trying to have the best matches possible. While it is an amazing experience filled with legends of the American pro wrestling circuit, I feel like it lacks extra modes and match types that later titles thrive with. Combine that with small details like missing wrestler themes and an annoying pin mechanic system, and it gets bumped down the list. Still an amazing time like all of the AKI titles, but there are just some that are better for me. Number 3 goes to Virtual Pro Wrestling 64. A big surprise for some, I'm sure. I've complained that VPW2 was too bland in comparison to the rest of the games, but I think VPW 64 has a lot of character. World Tour used to be at this spot for me, but Virtual Pro Wrestling 64 just is a better version of World Tour. We have the benefit of recognizable American stars from WCW like Hulk Hogan, Sting, The Outsiders, Chris Benoit, Rey Mysterio, and more alongside more fictional Japanese wrestlers. This game has the largest roster of any AKI game with some amazing legend picks that don't show up in future titles. It carried the same colorful rings and character design from World Tour that I love. The real draw here is that I love the unique rule sets when it comes to the Champions Road. The rules change depending on which federation you choose, which offers so much more variety in comparison to pretty much every other single player mode in the series. It's so much fun playing through multiple titles in order to unlock everything this title has to offer, and while it doesn't hit the same as Revenge's high score system, I do love that you get scores at the end of every match that you can save and look at in the records mode, along with the match records of every fighter. This feels like the game we American fans should have got, but were robbed of, and I love every minute I spend playing this hidden gem. Number 2 goes to my childhood favorite, WWF Wrestlemania 2000. I have always been a WWE guy through and through, so I'm sure this is no surprise for longtime viewers. The 1999 roster isn't my favorite, but I've come to love the look, music, and arenas this title has. This feels like the forgotten title for many fans nowadays, but this is a lot of the time the first game I think of when I hear AKI. Road to WrestleMania is the first season mode in the series, ditching the arcade fighting game style ladder established in previous games. We get to rise up from lower mid-carder to potentially main eventing WrestleMania while participating in the Big 5 pay-per-views WWE had at the time. There are a few ways to reach the top, and the ability to win all belts is great also. The only complaint I have is the lack of a difficulty option here. I love being able to add the roster members in so much more detail starting in this game. We get the cage match and first blood modes that make it feel more authentic. Some of the greatest superstars of all time like Undertaker, Kane, Stone Cold, Triple H, and more. The lackluster unlockables hold it back for me, but there is so much this title did better than the others on this list, such as season mode and entrances, that I had to include it as my number 2. Nostalgia plays a part here, but I can still play this game and have as much fun now as I did back then. Well, I'm not going to waste any time here in revealing the number 1 pick. I'm sure you all know what game I chose anyway, and to be honest, I feel sorry if this list was a little bit predictable for you guys. Before I do move on though, I would like to say that this is just a personal list, and if you disagree, that's fine. Let's just keep it classy in the comments below. Also, remember to share your opinions down below as well. There's really no wrong answers when it comes to this list, since all titles are just so much fun. It's really a contest of picking the best of the best. But, with that said, without further ado, let's reveal the number 1 slot that you've all been dying to see. The one. The only. Wait, hold on, I gotta tie my shoe. No Mercy is number 1 on my list, of course. Often considered the best wrestling game ever, I'm not shy in sharing my love for this title. It has its flaws, sure. I made an entire video ranting about them, link in the description below if you're interested. But what No Mercy does offer negates a lot of the negatives for me. We have many more match types like Iron Man, ladder, and guest referee. Backstage environments are available for almost every match types. Weapon variety is at an all-time high and stays in the arenas. Graphics and arena design are at their peak. While there are still a lot of lame unlockable characters, we do have quite a few that are worth the grind. The SmackDown Mall feels unique and fresh to this day. The creation options and extra costumes are always welcome. The 2000 WWF roster is arguably the peak of the Attitude Era, with a mix of colorful personalities, amazing in-ring technicians, hardcore superstars, and memorable lower card wrestlers. And of course, the best single player mode of all time has to go to Championship mode with its branching storylines, cutscenes, and match variety. Does this game have its flaws? Serious flaws? Of course! But most games do, so despite that, No Mercy is my favorite AKI game of all time. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe to me, Bino Mac, for AKI videos every Sunday and AKI playthroughs every Saturday. Check out my non-AKI wrestling game playthroughs on Wednesdays, and look forward to some more content starting next year, including more reviews and rankings of wrestling and non-wrestling games alike. Above all else though, please remember to have a nice day.